friends, my name is Griselle with Psychic MD, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about our inner navigational system. And what I mean by that is if you're going through life and you're kind of feeling like you're a little cork in the sea, and you're just kind of being blown here and there with no real sense of direction, or if you're feeling kind of like you're constantly making U-turns in your life, like, all right, I tried this route, now I got to reroute this route, now you reroute, but you keep going back to like the same thing. In other words, your GPS is broken, like you really don't know where to go, what to do. It's funny because I'm kind of shuffling my cards and I get the Queen of Wands, and this is about taking charge, taking power of your own life. If you're having issues in this area, then I'm going to tell you that your third eye chakra is off balance, and that's going to be the chakra number 6. I always think of it as number 3 because it's the third eye, but it's actually the number 6. It's right about here. And when I was doing some studying, I read up a little bit on it, and it did talk about how your regular eyes are designed to see like the physical in the outer world. But our third eye is really connected to what's within us and looking within. It can also obviously mean getting messages and downloads and like having the ability to be psychic, to be in tune with other people in ways that cannot be explained, all of that. So I feel like mediumship and all the psychic things and everything are connected to the 6 and 7 chakra. We haven't talked about the 7 one yet. But anyway, so that's what I wanted to address. So if you're having that GPS broken syndrome, inability to let go of the past. So I'm looking down so I can actually look at my notes so I don't forget to mention what I should be talking about. So inability to let go of the past. So that can really impede our third eye. It can really hold us back. Now, one thing that I wanted to share with you is it's going to be really important for you to kind of accept and start stepping into the flow, because when your third eye is impeded, it means that you're not going against the flow, but you're constantly hitting those U-turns in life. Again, you don't know where you're going, and you seem just kind of like overall lost, and that's very discombobulating for most of us, especially people like me, where I need kind of like a routine grid. I don't want to be a strict routine, but I need a grid in these parameters so that I can actually feel, like I'm with it. Excuse me. So I want to say that it's going to be really important for you to start listening to messages that your body's giving you. Even when you close your eyes, dreams, for those of us that aren't really connected to our third eye and crown chakra, or who are really dubious about the whole spiritual thing, just writing down your dreams, because sometimes that's as concrete as spirit has to work with us with, if that makes sense. So writing down your dreams about, what's going on in your dream, you can actually kind of discover things about yourself and unblock some of your chakras or address and know the direction and where to head. So I hope that made sense. Maybe I'll do a little mini video about dreams and how to do that. But once again, the third eye chakra. Now, the color of the third eye, which once again is like right here, is going to be indigo. And it's a very beautiful color. It's something, it's just no coincidence that's kind of behind me. It's like a purplescent indigo color anyways. But that is the color if you want to really open up your third eye, start wearing that. Now, I will tell you, in order to help ground yourself so that you can actually be more open to opening up your third eye, would be some of the mudras. And one of the simple ones is grounding yourself. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not going to try. But anyways, you're going to make circles, as near perfect circles as you can. And you're going to keep your other 3 fingers a little bit straight like this. And what you want to do is, in this case, put it palms down with those circles. And you're going to put your hands on your thighs. And all you're going to do is breathe. And you feel an immediate calming sense. Now, the importance of this is that you can be grounded like this, so that when you're focusing on your third eye or trying to bring into alignment like a sense of GPS, like direction in your life and things like that, you have everything thus far kind of like grounded and linear, so you can actually focus on your third eye and listening and being open to those messages. Okay, so I wanted to do a little bit about, what's blocking your third eye. Let's do a collective reading on the chakra. What is blocking the third eye? Please, I have a deck that today I designated as my blockage. Okay, what is blocking our third eye chakra collectively right now? For anyone that is curious and open to working on things, or just simply curious. What's blocking our third eye? I'd like to know, what is a blockage right here? So I'm getting the Wheel of Fortune, and that's pretty fascinating because most of us are waiting, kind of like holding our breath collectively, waiting. When is the wheel going to turn? When am I going to get that lottery? When is my fortune going to turn for the better? And these are all questions that the Wheel of Fortune really addresses. Excuse me. It has in here sacred geometry. It has looking to the heavens for advice. It has the turning of the wheel. I mean, it's a really deep card. And so really it boils down to, if you're not a card reader, that you're just kind of anticipating for things to change. And a concrete example of that would be our world today. When are we gonna, have all these like crazy things going on in our lives kind of calm down with the whole coronavirus? When are we able to continue life in a better way? Some of us want to return to the way that things were. Most of us, I think, realize that that will probably never be. It will be different. I think this experience collectively is changing us and changing our world. And so I'm not going to form a judgment or give you an opinion about that. That is not my place. But definitely, I just want to kind of tell you that it would be in your best interest to realize that, even this experience, whether, depending on how you receive it or whatever, with us shutting down globally and with different people going on to quarantine and in different mandates in different regions and globally, really, it's going to be really difficult to ever go back to exactly how things were. So in some way, some shape, some form, even if everything magically disappeared today, you were changed by this experience, and so were other people. So your behavior, your perception will never be the same. And it doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It means that, you learn from experiences, as experiences are designed to do. So the blockage is just kind of waiting and anticipating that things are going to change. But the good news is that the next card that comes out, the lighting here, let's see how we do this. Okay. So I have the sun. And so the sun obviously is that things are looking favorably. You want things to look favorably on you. You want people to look favorably on you. Maybe you're looking for a job at this point in time. Maybe you're just kind of set in your quiet little world, hoping for things to change and that things will go favorably. So whatever the case may be, these are a little bit of a blockage, and I'd like to know why, okay? Because I feel like a lot of waiting, and more waiting. And these are blockages to progress. This is kind of what's impeding. That makes sense, thank you. Okay, your third eye. The message that I got right now is that it's not a bad thing that we're in a situation where we have to stop and kind of wait. But this waiting time really has to be productive waiting. It has to do with really working within yourself and finding out exactly what you're made of, where you want to head, reevaluating your values, all things like that. So doing a lot of work. If you need to do some trauma work and delve into the past, and yeah. Yes. Okay, so these are all things that Spirit's saying that we need to be doing. I was kind of shuffling my cards just to pull cards on what can help remove these blockages and help us to grow. And I got the Prince of Pentacles. So it's going to be a little bit of slow progress, but progress nonetheless. Looking at different things that you want to invest in. I feel like it's more within yourself, because if you look, this Prince right here is going through, it's almost like he's surveying his land, his own land. And it's like you want to survey your land, and that could be your home. It could be your room if you're renting a room. I don't care what. Wherever it is that you reside. If you're homeless, which some people are for sure, you know, it could just be surveying the lay and the law of your land. It's like, well, you know, this situation, what does it look like? What does my landscape look like? Am I in just a little room? Am I in an apartment? Am I in a house? Am I in a townhome? Whatever the case may be. And I want to look and see, do I want to continue investing in something like this? Do I want to stay where I'm at? Is that going to help progress things to proceed and to grow? So I think that you're looking for growth. So remember that when that wheel is expected to turn, we have to do our part to help it turn. This is a time to go within, to do homework with that third eye chakra. There's many exercises on the internet that you can look up to do those. So I don't really need to give you assignments, but ideas would be writing down your dreams, asking spirit, God, whomever, what it is that has you like really bogged down right now, or what it is that you can work on. So when the wheel does turn, that you have that sense of stability, of family, of fortune, of prosperity even. But the main thing I feel like is just getting down and to the nitty gritty and like getting rid of all the garbage, the excess, the stuff that doesn't become you anymore. I'm also getting messages that the superficial things, the things that, you know, you want, that the shoes and the heels and the bags and the cars and the home and all of this stuff, which, you know what, that's great, that could be nice. But I feel like you want more tangible things, more than just items, realizing that happiness doesn't come from like material things, even though some of us would love a new car. But everything in moderation and balance, just realizing that your happiness doesn't depend on that, okay? So that's another thing that can help open up that third eye chakra. Wearing the color indigo. Again, I've talked in my other videos, if you've watched, placing, you know, getting a couple of indigo shirts, undershirts, whatever. I don't tend to wear a lot of color. This is like kind of wild for me. It tends to be more solid black, believe it or not. I do try to buy other colors and wear them with intention. But wearing indigo and just saying, you know what, I'm open for my third eye chakra to really be open for communication, for like wisdom that's beyond me and things like that. So psychic ability, yeah. Enlightenment, having clear thought. You guys, I know it's a little bit of a squirrel chat, but I wanted it to be really organic and not super scripted, as I see a lot of things are, and I just kind of don't connect with people like that all the time. But spiritual enlightenment is another thing that some of us could be struggling with, where we're questioning a lot of things and we need to make choices. So here I have the Lovers, choices about your spiritual enlightenment. And it's two choices, you know, one is the old, one is the new. What are you going to go with? And beyond that, I see like beautiful freedom in a mountain. And in here, I think that people are, I've never seen it entangled before, but it feels like there's an entanglement there. Excuse me. So anyways, I think that will really help. Any last messages, please, about the third eye chakra? How can we open this up and move forward, please? How could we collectively remove blockages? Interesting. I have the Devil. So visiting whatever is controlling you. For example, if you feel like if you're in quarantine and you have to send out text messages to find out when you're allowed out of the home to do shopping or any exercising or anything like that, if that's your situation, or if you're under home arrest or anything like that, if you're in lockdown, I don't know what your situation is, but I think that examining, okay, this is my situation, that I participate in any of this, and what can I do about it? Because our freedom too has a lot to do with how we think, and I feel like rigid thinking and being chained to old ideas and things like that are going to make us feel really confined. So try finding some of the freedom between these two walls. I know that's kind of a weird way to say things, but there's a lot of freedom that we still do have, and just be open to exploring yourself, okay? Because the biggest thing is cutting out a lot of stuff that doesn't serve you, including things that control your mind, your behavior, in ways that negatively affect your mind, your heart, and yourself and people around you. So this is cutting out the BS, all right, out of your life, and taking mastery over that. Cutting out what doesn't serve you. You know, what doesn't serve you is being enslaved any longer in this way. So with that, I will let you go. I hope that this has been a little bit of an enlightening process to watch. And if not, at least I hope you're a little bit amused. But much love and light to you, and namaste. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, and please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I always forget that, but thank you for your time. I much appreciate it. Much love.